All right, I already recorded this video. For some reason it didn't work, so I'm going to make it again now. So we're on Mem Beis in the Avodah Zarah. Rabbi Yehuda Ma'aser B'Shchoshel Shem Meitzik Echad B'Rimayin Shetila Neifel Lavor B'Koyin Vitzitz B'Leidim Zachem Nekefa. So we're talking about the question of, can a doubtful situation remove us from a certain situation? So there was a bondswoman that belonged to a certain politically powerful Jewish man in a town called Rimon, and this Shivcha, the bondswoman, had a miscarriage, and the stillborn she threw into a well. The Kohen came and looked in the well to see if it was a boy or a girl. So Rashi tells us that the Kohen was a Chochem and Merira. We can look at the Rashi here. Rashi says Chochem Merira Hava, that the Kohen was sage, and he was a teacher of halacha, a rabbi, a Merira. Was kavan haris law yeshiva simei tumim mitahara. So you want to know if it's a male or female, to let her know how long she had to sit. Is it 2 weeks? Is it 1 week for a boy or 2 weeks for a girl? I spoke a little bit about this in another video, but it didn't save, so I'm not going to repeat it again. However, Tosfos seems to disagree with Rashi. Rashi says he was a chochem, but Tosfos says Oisei Kohen shoita haya. Tosfos says that this priest was a fool. The feel crave of made him tavan in the fallen. Even for a kohen is not allowed to become tameh. A priest is not allowed to be Levitically defiled by the contact with the dead. But he is for a family member. But a stillborn family member is not. Is not allowed to become tameh. So, question came. So when he looked, Rashi says like this. I mean, it says that the story came to the sages, and they said he remains in a state of Levitical purity because they're carnivorous mammals that live there, like weasels and polecats, or perhaps bardless could mean some people say it's a hyena, but it's probably not the hyena. So there's mitzvin shem chlu grew chur shalahan v'lei il kain ze al hameis. What he means is that there was nothing there for him to see. So these carnivorous animals either ate the stillborn baby or dragged away to their lair, to their den, to their hole. And so the Kohen did not make an oil, did not cover the maize, so he's not tamei. So here we have a case, like we were discussing yesterday, of a doubtful situation bringing us away from a certain situation, because we're certain that the stillborn was thrown in there, but we're doubtful as to whether or not the carnivorous mammals dragged it away. So here we have a doubt that brings us out of a certain situation. Like Tema Tila Neifel Labor Aleima Tila Kamin Neifel Labor. Faledim Zachim Nekeva Hu Kasi. So he said we don't necessarily have to say that it was actually a neifel, but it's actually stillborn. but rather it was something like a stillborn. Is saying, if you want to know if it's a male or female, it only means, first of all, he's looking to see, is it even a nafel? Or is it a stillborn, or is it a miscarriage? It's not yet to the point of a stillborn. It could be just a wind sac or something like that. And once he looked at it, and if he saw that it was a stillborn that had the full form of a child, so then he would figure out if it's male or female. So if it's a ruach, if it's a wind sac, then there's no issue at all of tumah, and then once he sees if there's tumah, he could say it's a male or female. So that's it's a suffix and a suffix. It's two doubtful situations, or we could take it the other way. Or we could say that since these animals are common there, we can be certain that the animals removed it from there, dragged it away. So it's a vade midei vade. It's a certainty and a certainty esvei. So yes, from what we learned earlier, it's tavnas yad, tavnas regel, harel is certainly shiyutzim nevad. Our Mishnah said that if you find broken statues, you can use them, but a hand or a foot, that's you cannot use, because some pagans worship an image of a hand or a foot. So why would they be prohibited of shvarim and who they are? It's a broken piece, not the whole thing. So I took Shmuel b'imdin of the season. So Shmuel explained that no, if it's a hand or a foot that has a pedestal under it, that is prohibited. And perhaps the other ones are prohibited on account of those. Eis ve'akum v'vatal akum shaloi v'shal chaverei, Yisrael v'vatal akum shal akum. Rabbi Yochanan asked Rish Lakish, this is what we have in the next chapter. The Mishnah says that a pagan can nullify, a non-Jew actually can nullify an idol that belongs to another non-Jew, but a Jew could not nullify an idol that belongs to a non-Jew. Why is that? Why don't we just say it's like an idol that broke on its own? What if he chipped away with a hammer? What happens if you hit it with a hammer? If a pagan, non-Jewish pagan or any really non-Jew hits an idol with a hammer and shows such disrespect, even if there's nothing got chipped off of it, it's already batel. It's already nullified. And in the middle of the pachsa akum, al pachs Yisrael batla. That's only the case where the pagan hits it with a hammer, but if a Jew hits it with a hammer, it's not nullified. But Rava said that even if a Jew hits it with a hammer, it's nullified. Gezerah. So why can't a Jew nullify a non-Jew's idol? It's like this. It's a rabbinical decree. Because the biblical law is that the Jewish idol is never nullified, and you always have to destroy it. You can't just nullify it and say that you can use it for something else. So if the Jew would acquire it, so then he could not nullify it because it would belong to him. So we're worried maybe the Jew is going to make some acquisition to the idol. Eis ve'akum shehevi avonim markulis v'chifu b'ad drachim v'tertois mutaris. There was one idol markulis, some say it's Mercury, that the custom was to throw rocks at it. So what about the rocks? If a Gentile will take those rocks and make a cobblestone road or something, be allowed to walk on the street. But the Jew, if a non-Jew would do that, then you're allowed to have benefit from it because it shows that he was mevatel the Avodah Zarah. He nullified the idol. It's because he wouldn't use it to make a road. But if a Jew would do that, then the cobblestone road, whatever, you're not allowed to benefit from that. So maybe we're going to say it's like an idol that was broken of its own accord. So we see this also like Rava Esve. So this, like we taught Akum Shifa Akum. What if there's a tree that's being worshipped as an idol, and you prune the tree?
Well, I guess ain't nobody coming.
Yeah. All right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Make an announcement.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll wait till 15 after if you want.
All right.
Okay.
10 after.
Yeah, 10 after. Okay.
Yeah. If nobody comes by 10 after, I'll go.
Okay.
So if a pagan prunes an idolatrous tree, tzarchei hivshvur muter. If he's doing it for his own use, meaning he needs the branches to do something for his own use, so then the tree becomes batel, and the things and the branches that are cut off are also mutar, and they're also permitted for use. It's sarka yisur b'shvur mutar. But if you're pruning the tree for the need of the idol, so the tree should grow better, whatever, so that the tree remains prohibited, but the branches that are cut off by the pagan are permitted for use because he would usually throw them in the garbage. They're not being worshipped. But if a Jew would do that, it's all the tree is still prohibited, and the branches that are pruned are also prohibited. So why is it still prohibited if a Jew would prune a pagan tree for his own use and not as adoration? It should be considered like an idol that broke of its own accord. So this is also like Rava, that maybe the Jew acquired it, and so then it's not nullified. So that's where we're going to end. All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, subscribe. Hello.
We heard the announcement wrong. We thought it was in building 60.
Even though they came, it's still open. It's open
Yeah.
15 after.
Yeah. No, I said today is here and Thursday is in
we
60.
heard it wrong, and we thought it was building 60, and then he woke up and came and said, no, it's...
Yeah.
It was because I was talking, so we couldn't hear the last